morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all languages, all races, men, women, children, around the world. Good morning to everyone, and may you have the best day humanly possible. And for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself on this day, as long as that goal benefits all of humankind, may those goals come to fruition. So, now we're going to get into our topic. While most people today, it's a Sunday, everything is good, and the weather's not what it should be or what it could be, but at the same time, this is what this topic is about. So today is a day where most people are, getting ready for football. Some are, getting that last minute shopping in. Some are doing, household chores, just getting ready for that grind and, hustle of Monday morning, where we have to start that grind all over again. However, while you're doing this today, and this is how I've been explaining how these things work, where we're concentrating on one thing, but what is really, really going on, most people don't want to see, and it's a choice. Well, there's two records right now that have been broken, and I want to share those records with you today. The first record is, this is the first time in this season where Colorado hasn't received any snow. Most people will be like, well, maybe that's a good thing. They didn't get any snow. However, let's talk about the islands of Hawaii. Wait a minute, Hawaii? That's tropical. Well, they're going to get a foot of snow today. That's the first time in 140 years where Hawaii is receiving this much snow. 140 years. So just like, in earlier videos, and it's not just me saying it, people have been saying it, people who possess pure light, they've been saying the same thing, that, these weather patterns, that these disasters, they're going to intensify in magnitude, they're going to intensify in frequency, they're going to intensify in destruction, and they're going to intensify in force. We're seeing things that we haven't seen in hundreds of years happen within this past year. And it's only going to get worse. So, we can say, hey, today it's snowing in Hawaii, but next year they can expect snowfall just like we expect snowfall. Or maybe we might just not receive any snowfall. And the Pacific Islands and the Pacific, all those continents that are based along the Pacific Rim will start receiving snow. What many of you don't understand is that not only is Earth warming up, the moon is warming up. The moons on Jupiter are warming up. The moons on Saturn are warming up. And these are due to something that is a natural occurrence. So we can say, okay, well, these things are happening. There's a difference. These things should be happening, and they will cause ultimate our destruction and demise. They will happen. However, because we have done so much to deteriorate our ozone layers and our atmosphere in whole, as well as the soil that is on this earth, the only way to prolong our inevitability is through geoengineering. Now you understand why that G7 meeting was so important and why they put so much emphasis on geoengineering, because they know that they've destroyed it. We cannot go back. We cannot go forward. The progression of the change in our solar system is so great that we've speeded up the timeline. Instead of going along with the timeline, buying us time, we've speeded it up. And for any type of geoengineering that we do, all we're doing is putting a band-aid on something that, these storms are just going to wipe away. So, on this Sunday, and, for every other day, I think that we as humans need to have this conversation with ourselves every day, because inevitability is here. The destruction of these storms will grow, and the frequency of these storms will rise, as well as coastlines and as well as, complete islands going underwater. These are natural occurrences. But in the end, are we going to be the ones who are snatching and grabbing? Are we going to be the ones who are at war with one another? Or are we going to be the ones that, kind of got it right and save some of us instead of allowing the people who have been here since day one and understand what's going on in this world from day one to continue to wipe out civilizations, run into these caves, then turn around once the storms are over, come out and then rebuild? So we've seen this happen time and time again. Is our generation, is our culture going to be different this time around? So that comes with all of us waking up, and I just wanted to get this out really, really quick because, like I said, I had topics for the month of December, but because we're still shattering historical records, these things have to come foremost because, like I said, these storms, these events, these acts, all these different the types of chaos that we're going through is something that I said previously, and something that we've all been saying previously, but now these things are coming to fruition. So it's now a point of not to say, hey, I told you so that this would happen. It's to say that these things are here and they're real. They're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what you feel, what you believe in, what you think about, or if it's even all about us. It's not. These things are already put into motion. Nothing that we can do. The only thing that we can do is change ourselves, and we can change the condition of our existence. Meaning that these people should not be the only people that run into these caves. If we all work together, we could build our own caves so that we can turn around and be a part of what is to come. Because, like I said, these coastlines within the next year to 2 years, they will be underwater. If we look at the state of California, Google it for yourself. It happened this year where the coastline was continuously, they had to evacuate certain parts of California because the coastline was getting eaten up daily. It wasn't a thing over a period of a summer or a year. It was constantly eating away at the land, and these people had to be evacuated. So understand the world that we're living in. We can sit there and focus on housewives of Greater California, or we can focus on first trip to Mars, but what good is a trip to Mars if you can't afford the flight? You're here. So start acting like we're here, and let's start acting like we need to survive. And then, like I said in previous videos, we're going to need one another. It's non-negotiable. And so with that, everyone, read and look up this article for yourself, and fair use and educational purposes only. But learn about the world that we're living in, and learn about the real damage that has been done to our atmosphere, and that these events, they're not going to slow down. So you want to worry about the least of your problems, worry about something that you can't stop. So with that, everyone, have a beautiful day, and let's be the best that we can be towards one another, because at the end of the day, we have all been played. We are all being turned against one another, while these events, these natural events, are going to destroy us before war, before violence, before destruction, before any bombs. We will be destroyed because of what we've done to our atmosphere. So with that, everyone, have a great day, and be the best person that you can be, whether man, woman, or child, no matter what your color is, no matter what your language is, no matter where you are on the face of this planet. May you have the best day. May you have the most productive day. And with that, everyone, peace and blessings.